3 days of busy work passed. Almost everyone in the Yin Prince Manor pitched in, and the recruitment of tenant farmers and prince's guards was largely complete. The land distribution for tenant farmers was finished, but the recruitment for the prince's guards fell short of expectations. "Your Highness," the commander said, troubled, "we've recruited 5,600-odd prince's guards so far. Still quite a way from full capacity. People were still trickling in to sign up, but he estimated at most 8,000 men could be drawn from Yin Prefecture alone. It's already good." Zhao Su shook his head. Yin Prefecture's population was limited. Able-bodied young men were a rare commodity. Most importantly, out of Yin Prefecture's 380,000 households, at least 250 to 260,000 had been turned into dependents by the powerful families through various means. These people might have longed for the Yin Prince Manor, but the contracts they'd signed left them able to do nothing but sigh. "Is this all we can do?" The commander was unwilling. This small a force wouldn't be enough to fight the Northern D people, let alone suppress the private armies of the powerful families in Yin Prefecture. "This prince never said we'd only recruit from Yin Prefecture," Zhao Su smiled. "Leave the remaining quotas to this prince. Your most important task now is to train the troops. That is our guarantee for solidifying our position in Yin Prefecture." "Yes, Your Highness." The commander clasped his fists heavily, like a firecracker going off. Then he raised his head, and a pleading look appeared on his square, bearded face. "Your Highness, we have the soldiers. But what about their food, clothing, supplies, armor, and weapons?" Zhao Su felt a pang of heartache. What was bound to come had come. In ancient times, maintaining an army was the single greatest expense for any power. Sometimes half a country's taxes went to the military alone. He could not escape that rule. These 5,000-odd men were not just a number. They were 5,000-odd mouths to feed. "How much is needed?" Zhao Su asked. According to the imperial decree, the court allocated the Beida camp in Yin Prefecture to the prince's guards. The commander had come prepared. This general went to inspect it. The camp's warehouse holds armor and weapons for only 1,000 men, and they are all rusty. He drew a booklet from his arms and presented it with both hands. Zhao Su flipped through it. The commander had meticulously listed the required amounts: grain, military uniforms, pay, armor, weapons. This month's expenditure alone, approximately 40,000 taels. Zhao Su broke into a sweat. A quarter of full strength already consumed 40,000 taels a month. Full strength would mean 160,000. The silver from selling the ice-making technique wouldn't last more than a few months. A large family and enterprise come with large expenses, he sighed. He still had to find ways to keep earning. Otherwise, he couldn't support the army, and then he would truly never recover. He picked up a pen, signed the booklet, and pressed the prince's seal. "Leave the armor, weapons, and uniforms to this prince. For the rest, go to Accountant Qin to withdraw the funds." "Yes." The commander left, satisfied. Lu Fu stayed with Zhao Su. The two sat together in the gatehouse of the front courtyard. Logically, the armor, weapons, and uniforms for the prince's guard should be handled by the Ordnance Department of Yin Prefecture, Lu Fu said. But the Yin Prefecture government office is under the prefect's control. I fear he would embezzle funds and substitute inferior goods. Zhao Su nodded. Such an important matter couldn't go wrong. As for the current government office, he had no trust in it whatsoever. The government office has essentially become a plaything of the powerful families, filled with their children. If we issue orders through it, someone will inevitably obstruct us. He paused. It's better to start anew. Lu Fu's eyes lit up. He and the Yin Prince had arrived at the same thought. If the old broom can't sweep the floor, replace it with a new one. We can establish a self-sufficient government office within the Yin Prince Manor itself. After all, we no longer rely on the old office to collect taxes, Lu Fu said. Well said, Zhao Su smiled. The most basic function of the government office had been tax collection. The corrupt office of Yin Prefecture couldn't accomplish even that. And with nearly all of Yin Prefecture's people tied to powerful family contracts, what policies could even be implemented? Better to establish their own office. Once the powerful families were dealt with, that office could take over all of Yin Prefecture. When I was studying, I knew scholars from humble backgrounds, Lu Fu said. Talented men with no path to officialdom, forced to survive by selling paintings and copying texts in the streets. If your highness is willing, I would like to introduce them. He had a personal motive too. He had no desire to work alongside the children of the powerful families. The Yin Prince Manor is in need of talent. That would be best, Zhao Su said. Lu Fu rose, pleased. I'll go visit them now. One more thing, Zhao Su added. Also summoned the head of the Yin Prefecture slave market. Tell him the Yin Prince Manor has a large business matter for him. Lu Fu paused. The slave market? He thought perhaps Zhao Su simply wanted more servants. Without asking further, he left. After Lu Fu departed, Zhao Su stepped outside the manor. Since waking, his movements had been mostly confined within its walls. He hadn't even walked the nearby streets. Now, with things proceeding in order, he had time to wander. Whose courtyards are on either side of the Yin Prince Manor? The manor faced east to west, a wide street running before its gate. On each side stood a large courtyard, both far grander in scale than the manor itself. Sandwiched between them, the Yin Prince Manor looked almost humble. Reporting to your highness, one belongs to the Dong family, the other to the Lu family, said Su Lai, the guard commander the commander had assigned. Originally, those two courtyards and the current manor together formed the true Yin Prince Manor, but they were sold to the Dong and Lu families by Chief Eunuch Liang. Liang Cheng. Zhao Su frowned. Liang Cheng was Emperor Zhao Heng's most trusted eunuch. In recent years, as the emperor indulged in pleasure and neglected state affairs, more and more power had drifted into Liang Cheng's hands. The man was an utter opportunist. Zhao Su, mad and foolish in those days, his maternal family without influence, had been easy to exploit. Liang Cheng had pocketed silver without a second thought, completely indifferent to Zhao Su's fate. Since they were all part of the Yin Prince Manor to begin with, they should be reclaimed. Send someone to the Dong and Lu families. Tell them this prince requests their presence. Su Lai dispatched the guards. Zhao Su returned inside and waited in the guest hall of the central courtyard. Before long, 3 young men entered. I am Dongan. I am Yang. I am Lu Chong. They bowed in unison. Greetings, your highness. Dispense with the formalities. Zhao Su gestured them up. Dongan was short and stout, fair-skinned, dressed in a cyan silk robe. Yang he was tall and thin in yellow brocade. Lu Chong was of medium build, well-constructed, wearing purple. By rights, my father should have come personally, Dongan said smoothly. But he believed men of similar age speak more easily with one another, and wished to spare your highness from his tediousness. When your messenger arrived, I happened to be at the Dong family, Yang he added. As our family contributed toward this courtyard, I ventured to come along. I hope your highness does not blame me. Lu Chong seemed more interested in Su Lai's military attire than in the conversation, but eventually turned his attention to Zhao Su. No harm at all, Zhao Su said. He had the servants offer seats and the maids serve tea. He understood their intent. The families were using young men as a bridge, easier, less formal, more likely to build a genuine familiarity. Zhao Su didn't beat around the bush. The reason I invited you today is simple. The 2 courtyards on either side of this manor. This prince is willing to redeem them at their original price. The 3 exchanged glances. Is that all? Dongan smiled. I can give Yin Prince Manor our courtyard right now, without taking a single tael. Yang He and Lu Chong nodded. We are the same. When Zhao Su had first arrived, mad and worthless in their eyes, they hadn't thought twice about purchasing those courtyards. The 3 families together had paid just over 8,000 taels in total. But now, with the Yin Prince restored, how could they dare hold on to them? Far better to offer a favor freely. How can I accept this? Zhao Su feigned protest, while inwardly he was delighted. These three families were committed to building ties with the Yin Prince Manor. His strategy, winning allies, dividing the powerful families, was already taking shape. Your Highness, you absolutely must accept. Otherwise we will feel uneasy, Dong'an said, leaning in with easy warmth. I feel the same, Lu Chong echoed. Yang Yi nodded. Zhao Su smiled. The four sat together, the atmosphere easy and harmonious. It's nearly noon, Dong'an suggested. Long summer days can be dull. Would your Highness be interested in visiting Golden Scale Pond in the North City to escape the heat? Zhao Su almost declined. Then he thought. He had come to Yin Prefecture and still had no real sense of the city. Better to look around. Otherwise, he'd become like a woman confined to her chambers. He had also grown increasingly worried these past few days. The Zhang, Huang, and Du families were formidable. The Yin Prefecture governor came from the Zhang family. The Tongpan, responsible for arrests and justice, came from the Huang family. The commander of Yin Prefecture's 3,000 garrison soldiers was Du family. No wonder they despised the Yin Prince Manor. Without it, they would be the local emperors of Yin Prefecture, which made it all the more necessary to hold the Dong, Yang, and Lu families close. By what he understood, these three were White Lotus compared to the Zhang family faction. Good, Zhao Su rose. This prince had precisely that intention. The three brightened. Their alliance with the Yin Prince Manor, at the risk of offending the Zhang faction, had not been made freely. Before Zhang Kong, the prefect's brother, had married a concubine from the Yuan family of Fanyang County. The balance of power among Yin Prefecture's powerful families had been manageable. But the Yuan family of Yin Province was no small power. The Yin Province governor was Yuan family. 5 of the 7 prefecture governors in Yin Province were either Yuan members or their retainers. Yuan descendants held positions in the capital and served as generals in the Great Song Army. With the Yuan family's backing, the Zhang family had risen swiftly, seizing control of Yin Prefecture together with the Huang and Du families, then methodically squeezing the others, competing for profits, suppressing rivals, eyeing annexation. Before the Yin prince arrived, the Dong, Yang, and Lu families could only watch their interests erode, powerless. But now, with Zhao Su restored, they saw a path forward. The group left the manor and stepped onto the main street. Yin City opened before them. Among the 7 prefectures of Yin Province, Yin Prefecture was the poorest. To the north, the Yin Mountain Range. To the south, Fanyang County, a stretch of coast to the southeast. As Zhao Su walked, his eyes met a scene of desolation. On the main street, the common people carrying goods and hawking wares were gaunt. Every rib visible through thin fabric that could hardly be called clothes. More like rags. On their faces, no smile. Only the quiet look of hardship. This was life for common people in an age of war and low productivity. Simply surviving was already difficult. Dong-un and the others walked beside him, chatting and laughing freely. They seemed oblivious to the stillness in Zhao Su's eyes. They were accustomed to this. After a long while, they turned left onto another street. The gray-toned city suddenly gave way to color and sound. Your Highness, Golden Scale Pond, Dong'an said, gesturing ahead. The sun sat just right, casting golden light across the water. As the breeze moved through, the surface shimmered like countless golden scales. Along the banks, green willows swayed. Pavilions with red railings and green tiles stood one after another, faint singing drifting from within. On the lake, painted boats drifted lazily. Through swaying pearl curtains, women in red and green could be seen drinking with the sons of powerful families. The common people of Yin Prefecture eating dirt, while the powerful families sang and danced in peace. The contrast made Zhao Su feel as if he had swallowed a fly. His fiefdom would not be a playground for a few. As Yin Prince, he had to be worthy of his people. Otherwise, what separated him from these powerful families? To realize that vision, he had to take control of Yin Prefecture, shape it according to his own design. But the prerequisite was simple and brutal: a strong army and enormous wealth. Silver, he thought. Still silver. He turned it over in his mind. and another money-making idea surfaced. More complex than the ice-making technique, but far more lucrative. Your Highness, Tianxiang Brothel, the most famous in Yin City. The group stopped before a magnificent three-story building by the lake. Dong stepped ahead to the entrance, guiding Zhao Su inside. One glance at the women in vibrant, colorful clothes lining the second floor, and Zhao Su understood exactly what kind of place Tianxiang Brothel was. He had no real interest. His visit was more for appearances than anything else. And besides, at a glance, none of these women compared to Fenger or Luiner. Upon entering, a woman with the bearing of a madam immediately approached Dong, and a few words passed between them, and her expression shifted to surprise. She turned, twisted her way toward Zhao Su, curtsied low, and smiled brightly. This humble servant greets His Royal Highness, the Yin Prince. Your presence today brings true glory to Tianxiang Brothel. She swept her arm in welcome. A room has already been prepared for your highness. Please. Zhao Su nodded and followed her up to the third floor with Dong and the others, settling into a room facing the street. Your highness, shall I call for 3 or 5 courtesans to keep you company? Dong asked. It was rare for Zhao Su to come out with them. He intended to see to everything properly. In his experience, from high officials to merchants, any man with silver enjoyed this kind of entertainment. The Yin Prince will be no different. All right, Zhao Su said, going with the flow. Since he had come to ancient times, he might as well experience its customs. No need to pretend to be above it all. Yang Yi chuckled. Since your highness graces us today, let's invite the best Tianxiang Brothel has to offer. Lu Chang nodded. Dong smiled knowingly. The three conferred briefly, then sent servants to fetch them. Before long, a beautiful woman entered carrying a pipa and began to play and sing. Wine was poured. The three clinked cups, toasting Zhao Su occasionally. Between songs, they shared anecdotes and gossip about Yin Prefecture. Light talk, easy company. After 3 cups, the atmosphere had grown warm and lively. Then, a burst of shouting from somewhere down the corridor. A woman's sharp scream cut through it. All 4 heads turned toward the door. A young man in green robes had emerged from a room across the hall. He had a woman by the arm and was shoving her against the railing. Dong and the other 2 stiffened the moment they saw him. Zhang rang, Dong said under his breath. When did he return? Yang He leaned close to Zhao Su. Your Highness, that is Zhang Rang, eldest son of Zhang Qian. He has always been lawless in Yin Prefecture. A few days ago, he traveled to Fanyang County with his uncle. It seems he has come back. As he spoke, Zhang Rang lifted the woman and made to throw her over the railing. Zhao Su was on his feet before he thought about it. Stop! Zhang Rang turned his head. He looked at Zhao Su first, then shifted his gaze to Dong, and the others. Oh, it's you 3. He let the woman drop to the floor and spread his hands in mock surprise. Not bad. You actually dare meddle in my affairs. Dong and the other 2 looked visibly uneasy, but with Zhao Su beside them, their nerve held. Yang Yi stepped forward. Zhang Rang, this is His Royal Highness the Yin Prince. Do not be presumptuous. The Yin Prince. Zhang Rang feigned surprise. He studied Zhao Su from head to toe, then offered a shallow, reluctant bow. Zhang Rang greets your highness. He nudged the trembling woman on the floor with his foot. Your highness, I purchased her from the madam with good silver. Under the laws of great song, the life and death of a slave are entirely at the master's discretion. Surely your highness need not interfere. Your royal highness, save me. The woman raised her head, voice breaking. It's only because this humble girl heard something while singing. Vile slave. Zhang Rang's face contorted. He drove his foot into her abdomen. The woman screamed and curled in on herself, unable to speak. The madam had come upstairs by now, drawn by the noise. Zhang Rang fixed her with a sharp look. Madam, did I not purchase her? The madam's face had gone pale. She nodded without a word, too frightened to breathe. Zhao Su's jaw tightened. Zhang Rang had a fair complexion and a refined look, but violence radiated off him. a man who had spent a lifetime bullying others without consequence. This was deliberate, a performance, and the madam was simply confirming whatever he needed her to confirm. Then produce the contract, Zhao Su said, voice even. He was suppressing his anger carefully. He knew the full extent of the Zhang family's reach, their collusion with the tutor, their stranglehold on Yin Prefecture. He intended to destroy them. But his prince's guards were still being trained, still under-equipped. He was not ready to move against all three families at once. That didn't mean he would stand here and be trampled. Even soldiers with wooden sticks were still soldiers. Still his strength. Zhang Rang's face flushed red. His mouth worked, but no words came. In Yin Prefecture, the Zhang family was heaven. No one had ever made things this difficult for him. His father was right. This Yin prince was an eyesore. He couldn't be allowed to live. But then, he remembered, Zhao Su would be a dead man tonight anyway. At most, he would spend a single night in confinement. A direct confrontation now would be foolish. The Yin prince's guards all looked like capable fighters. He glanced down at the woman on the floor, and his chest tightened. He had let something slip while drinking with a guest earlier. This woman, singing in the next room, had heard it. Whatever she'd overheard was dangerous enough that his guest, without hesitation, had told him to silence her. The matter touched not only the Zhang family, but the sixth prince himself. He hardened his resolve. Even with Zhao Su standing here, the woman had to die. Before Zhao Su could react, Zhang Rang clapped a hand over the woman's mouth and threw her over the railing. A heavy thud from below. Blood spread slowly through the green fabric of her clothes. Audacious, Su Lai's hand went to his saber. 12 guards stood around Zhao Su, every one of them rigid with fury. Zhao Su looked at Zhang Rang, still standing there, expression blank, arms loose at his sides, and felt cold contempt rise in his chest. Su Lai, seize him. Yes, your highness. Su Lai stepped forward and wrenched Zhang Rang's arm behind his back. Zhang Rang's servants drew their sabers. A chorus of steel, the guards drew theirs in answer. Dong An had broken into a sweat. Zhang Rang, are you trying to rebel? He turned urgently to Zhao Su. Your highness, she was only a courtesan. There's no need to. Zhang Rang raised a hand, and his servants sheathed their blades. He smiled. Since your highness wishes to detain me, I will go willingly. Zhao Su will be dead by tonight. A single night in custody was nothing. Take him. Zhang Rang's ease only sharpened the anger in Zhao Su's chest. The Zhang family's arrogance in Yin Prefecture ended here. The banquet was finished. The group descended. Zhao Su went to the woman first. He pressed 2 fingers beneath her nose. No breath. He rose quietly and walked toward the exit. The courtesans and guests scrambled out of his path. In the press of bodies, one courtesan stumbled, brushing against him before hurrying away. He frowned and glanced after her, then felt it. A slip of paper tucked into his waistband. His expression didn't change. He walked calmly back toward the manor under his guard's protection. After the corridor emptied, a middle-aged scholar stepped out from the room where Zhang Rang had been drinking. He turned a paper fan gently in his hand. I didn't expect the 9th prince to actually recover, he said quietly. An old servant stood at his shoulder, watching the direction Zhao Su had gone. He gave a low, dry chuckle. It would have been better for him if he'd stayed mad and foolish. He might have kept his life. He shook his head slowly. Your Highness, Zhang Rang cannot be arrested. If he is, the Yin Prince Manor will completely offend the Zhang family. Dong An pleaded earnestly from the reception hall. He and the other 2 wanted to use the prince's manor to check the Zhang family, but they didn't want the conflict to reach a point of no return. The Zhang family was powerful. If things truly fell apart, they might not win. Yang He and Lu Chang nodded along. The commotion at Tianxiang Brothel had already spread through Yin City. Lu Fu and the commander had both rushed back to the manor upon hearing the news. Cannot arrest? Why not? The commander's tiger eyes fixed on Dong, and that woman was no slave of the Zhang family. Under Great Song law, those who kill without cause shall be executed. In this general's opinion, your Highness made a good arrest. A satisfying arrest. When the news reached him at Beida camp, He had let out a shout of pure satisfaction. The prince's guards had felt it too, a surge of energy running through the ranks. In all the years of Zhang family dominance, who in Yin Prefecture had ever dared touch one of them? Lu Fu, though equally pleased, had to think of the broader picture. "Your Highness," he said carefully, "this will completely alienate the Zhang family. I fear they will obstruct the prince's manner at every turn going forward." Zhao Su listened, then turned to Dong En and the others. This afternoon's banquet, this prince was very satisfied. The prince's guards currently lack uniforms. I wonder if your 3 families might supply them. Uniforms were not armor. They only required weaving and sewing. Making them in-house would take time. Better to give the work to 3 families already eager to prove themselves. Dong En's face lit up immediately. Zhang rang entirely forgotten. No problem at all. In the future, Zhao Su continued, the prince's manor will have many more businesses, many opportunities for cooperation. Thank you, Your Highness. Yang he straightened. My Yang family will follow the prince's manor's lead without hesitation. As will our Lu family, Lu Chong said, cupping his fists. Zhao Su nodded slightly. He took the words at face value for now. What mattered was their actions. Today's matter will not involve your 3 families. You may return, and there is no need to worry. One more thing. For the time being, do not speak of the prince's manor's courtyards or its affairs to anyone. The 3 exchanged glances. They didn't fully understand the part about the courtyards, but they agreed without question, bowed, and left. The moment the door closed, Zhao Su's expression sharpened. The instruction about the courtyards was a test. Whether these 3 families were truly loyal would likely be answered before morning. He turned to Lu Fu and the commander. Do either of you know of Qingfeng's stronghold? Lu Fu's expression shifted. This official knows of it. People in Yin Prefecture say Qingfeng's stronghold is a ferocious outfit. The commander nodded. With the Northern D raiding every year, many common people either attach themselves to powerful families or turn to banditry. Qingfeng's stronghold is one of the larger ones, said to have several thousand cutthroats under its banner. Zhao Su's chest tightened. On the walk back from Tianxiang brothel, he had read the note the courtesan slipped into his waistband. Tonight, the Zhang family will collude with Qingfeng's stronghold to raid the prince's manor. Look at this. He held it out. Both men stiffened. Zhao Su recounted how the note had reached him. The stumbling courtesan, the brush of contact, the slip of paper. Lu Fu's brows knit together. How strange. First Zhang Rang kills a singing girl to silence her, and then another singing girl passes a note exposing the plot. This Tianxiang brothel, small temple, great evil wind. It's better to believe it than not, Zhao Su said. In a world where lives were worth less than dogs, power struggles were brutal and swift. He had no doubt the Zhang family was capable of this. Yin City's gates were the responsibility of the prefectural soldiers, who answered to the Zhang family faction. Letting Qingfeng's stronghold through the gates would cost them nothing. What a scheme. Even the commander felt a cold sweat on his back. A borrowed knife, and struck precisely when your Highness's prince's guards haven't yet formed real fighting strength. If it weren't for that warning. Your Highness, you must leave the prince's manor immediately, Lu Fu said. Preserving your life is what matters most. And go where? The commander cut in, blunt as always. Yin Prefecture is full of Zhang family informants. And without an imperial decree, a vassal prince cannot leave his fiefdom. That is rebellion. A great taboo. Zhao Su nodded slowly. The Zhang family is determined to move against us. He paused. So let's turn their scheme against them. The commander and Lu Fu exchanged a look. Zhao Su walked to the door. Commander, go to the prince's guards. Take 500 of the strongest men to transport provisions, and then do this. He spoke quietly and precisely. The commander's furrowed brow slowly relaxed as he listened. When Zhao Su finished, he clasped his fists with a crack. This general will go now. Lu Fu exhaled in admiration. Your Highness is brilliant. Tonight, the Zhang family may find that stealing a chicken only cost them the bait. Zhao Su looked in the direction of the Zhang family estate and sighed. Even so, they're truly malicious. If they're not dealt with, they will remain a constant threat. Indeed, Lu Fu said quickly, but acting rashly now, I fear they would raise an army in desperation. The prince's guards are newly formed. Their morale is not yet stable, and the combined private armies of the Zhang, Huang, and Du families are said to exceed 20,000, not counting the prefectural soldiers. He was afraid Zhao Su would act on impulse. Small impatience ruins great plans. This prince understands. He had only transmigrated 4 or 5 days ago. He didn't even know where the Zhang family's stockade villages were, how many troops were inside, or their fighting strength. Destroying the 3 families on the back of a few days' commotion was a pipe dream. But he no longer needed to fear them either. Before the prince's guards were recruited, he had been fish on a chopping block. Now he had some capital, and the fact that the Zhang family resorted to hired bandits rather than open force meant they had their own reservations. Today, the Zhang family had a scheme to make this prince suffer, he said. Tomorrow, this prince will have a scheme to make the Zhang family suffer. Lu Fu's throat tightened. This humble official has only served your highness a few days, but I can already see you are a sagacious ruler. His voice dropped. Even if your highness were to go to the king of Hell's palace, this official would follow. Zhao Su promptly spat his tea directly onto Lu Fu's face. You speak ill omens. How could this prince die so easily? Lu Fu wiped his face slowly. Die? What does that mean? Zhao Su is already done with him. He landed a kick on Lu Fu's backside. Scram. After Lu Fu left, the smile faded from Zhao Su's face. He had seen power struggles in dramas and novels. Experiencing one firsthand was a different matter entirely. But he had one thing nothing could take from him, an indomitable will. Let there be ghosts and demons. Who cares? Zhang family. Across the city, Zhang Qian and the prefect sat in their courtyard pavilion, drinking by candlelight. Brother, the prefect said, Ranger is inside the prince's manor right now. Are you certain this is safe? No need to worry. I've specifically instructed the men from Qingfeng's stronghold. They will not touch Ranger. Once the Yin prince is dead, Ranger walks free. Zhang Qian's smile was smug. A few days ago, he had watched boxes of silver, sacks of grain, and stacks of land deeds march out of his family's hands and into the prince's manor. He hadn't slept properly since. Tonight, it all came back. The prefect nodded. Brother, it was the right call helping Pang Kuan eliminate Zhou Jie and take over Qingfeng's stronghold. I didn't expect we'd need them so soon. Zhang Qian laughed. Originally, they were meant for the Dong, Yang, and Lu families. Since the Yin prince has become such an eyesore, might as well use them on him first. He tilted his head toward the crescent moon rising in the east. At midnight, the Yin prince manor will vanish like smoke. Ha ha! The prefect laughed freely. That Lu Fu, a man of humble birth who thought himself worthy of lording over him. He could dream on. The prefect raised his cup, then paused. One concern, brother. I heard a team of prince's guards went to the manor today. Could there be complications? If this attempt fails and the prince's manor grows vigilant, the next opportunity will be far harder to find. The watchers reported they only went to clean the manor and returned by evening. Good. The prefect relaxed. Once the prince's manor is dealt with, then the Dong, Yang, and Lu families will monopolize the ice trade entirely. Our reach will extend far beyond Yin Prefecture. Zhang Qian's chest warmed at the thought. In great song, even among powerful families, there were tears. Families like theirs could only place officials within their home prefecture. But with greater strength came access to the provincial capital, even the imperial capital. Yin Prince, he murmured, shaking his head with a cold smile. You truly are a lucky star for our Zhang family. You recover your senses and send us this great gift. What a pity you had to threaten our interests. In the dark sky above, the moon climbed higher. Midnight arrived without a sound. When all was quiet, figures in black emerged from the dark corners of Yin City. They gathered on the streets, blades gleaming, and moved toward the prince's manor. 3 men crouched in a corner, speaking low. Leader, the middle courtyard is the prince's manor itself. The two on either side are empty. The man in the center, Pang Kuan, leader of Qingfeng's stronghold, nodded. Take 10 brothers to the main gate, he told the man on his left. Keep the front guards occupied. To the man on his right, take your men to the central courtyard. Secure the money and provisions. Both nodded and slipped away into the dark. Pang Kuan led the remaining 300 men over the wall into the empty right courtyard, then over another wall and into the prince's manor itself. Reaching the back courtyard, he saw a lamplight flickering in the sleeping quarters. 3 silhouettes sat by the light. He smiled to himself. The Yin prince certainly has his pleasures. I've heard his 2 maids are quite beautiful. Perhaps I'll have a taste tonight. Lo! Ugly laughter rippled through the men around him. Move in. Leave one of the maids alive for now. Dozens of black-clad figures rushed the sleeping quarters. Pang Kuan stood with arms crossed, expression relaxed. Such a small matter hardly needs 500 men. The Zhang family is being overly cautious. A series of screams tore through the night the moment the men in black rushed into the bedchamber. What's going on? Pang Kuan's face went pale. A very bad feeling gripped him. Go look. More than 10 of his men rushed toward the bedchamber. They entered cautiously, tiptoeing, peering inside. In the lamplight, no Yin prince. Just a pile of bedding arranged to resemble a sleeping figure when seen through the firelight outside the window. And beneath their feet, a large pit, over a meter deep, filled with sharpened wooden stakes. The men who had rushed in first were thoroughly impaled. Those not yet dead reached up through the blood, wailing. It's a trap, an ambush. The cry had barely left his mouth before arrows whistled through the air. 3 men in black crumpled and fell. Pang Kuan stood frozen. How could this be? How could the Yin Prince Manor have set up an ambush? More arrows cut through the dark. More men dropped into pools of blood. He looked up. 6 archers crouched on the roof of the bedchamber under the moonlight, drawing and firing without pause. Retreat. The Yin Prince was clearly not here. Staying meant nothing but casualties. His men fled along the way they'd come, scaling the manor wall and dropping into the empty courtyards on either side. But the moment their feet hit the ground, the earth gave way. Sharp objects drove upward. Screams split the night. Then the doors of the empty courtyard rooms burst open. Figures poured out carrying bamboo spears, packed together, thrusting at the men in black who had fallen into the pits or were still dangling on the walls. As the saying goes, a foot longer, a foot stronger. And the men in black were caught in the worst possible position, neither up nor down. They could only take the spears. Meanwhile, the front and middle courtyards were locked in fierce battle. The commander moved through the men in black like a god of slaughter, cutting through them as though they weren't there. These were no ordinary fighters. They were Imperial Guards, hand-selected from the army, drilled under the commander's brutal training until their battle formations were second nature. In groups of 3, back-to-back, they formed hedgehog clusters, blades outward, shields up. The men in black circled them, looking for an opening, and found none. Instead, they kept falling. After more than 30 men in black were cut down, the attackers broke and ran. The commander looked at the bodies piled in the storeroom pit and sneered. Follow me to the back courtyard. That afternoon, following Zhao Su's plan, the commander had brought 500 prince's guards to the manor. Outwardly, they were moving grain and fodder from the storeroom to the main camp. In reality, they were digging pit traps along every necessary route, using whatever materials were at hand. Zhao Su, Finger, and Lunar had dressed in Prince's Guards uniforms that same afternoon, slipped into the transport team, and left for the main camp without drawing any notice. Not all the guards had gone. Over 200 remained behind, working alongside the manor's own retainers to meet the enemy. The order was simple: fight if it can be won, fall back if it can't. But after the first exchange, with the ambush throwing the attackers into chaos, there was a chance to win. Kill! The commander roared and led his troops into the back courtyard. The battle resumed, fierce, close, brutal. Attacked from multiple directions, the men in black grew more disorganized. But they were hardened cutthroats, not easily broken. With numbers still on their side, the two forces ground into a stalemate. Break out through the front. Pang Kuan bellowed. The courtyard walls were boxing them in. Concentrating force on the main gate was the only remaining option. His men obeyed instantly, surging forward in waves at the commander's position. The commander called his guards into a tight formation, shields raised edge to edge. Blades rained down on the shields. Through the gaps, the guards thrust back, and men in black kept falling. But 3 against 1 wore even the best fighters down. Pressed by nearly 3 times their number, the commander felt the strain. Step by step, he was pushed back from the rear courtyard into the middle courtyard. Guards were getting hurt. He cursed himself inwardly. He should have listened to Zhao Su and pulled back after drawing first blood. Then, footsteps. A new group of black-clad figures poured in through the main gate. The commander's heart sank, surrounded on both sides. This was the end. Pang Kuan's spirit soared. Reinforcements. But before the relief could settle, the newcomers didn't engage the manor's guards. They turned their blades on Pang Kuan's men, cut them down without hesitation. Over 10 of Pang Kuan's people were killed or wounded before anyone understood what was happening. "Are you mad?" Pang Kuan screamed. "They are the enemy. We are the same side." The commander stood stunned for a moment, then noticed it. Every one of the newcomers had a red cloth tied around their arm. A clear mark, friend from foe. "They're not with the assassins. Don't touch the red cloth. Kill the rest. Go." He didn't know where these men had come from, but their target was clear enough. The battle turned in an instant. Pang Kuan felt the cold hit him before the thought fully formed. "We're trapped." His men were falling around him, dropping into blood one after another. A cold sweat broke across his back. He had no intention of dying here. "Charge, cut your way out." He knew exactly what capture meant. Assassinating a prince was an enormous crime. Whatever came after would not be quick. Swish! An arrow drove through his thigh before the echo of his own voice faded. His shout became a scream. On the roof, Su Lai drew another arrow and trained it on him. "Kill!" The commander seized the moment and drove his men forward. With Pang Kuan down, the fight went out of the men in black. They fell one by one beneath the blades. In the time it takes to drink a cup of tea, the prince's manor fell silent. One of the red-clothed men stepped forward. "During the day, we warned the Yin Prince of tonight's attack. The Yin Prince Manor has helped us capture Qing Feng's stronghold's leader. We are even." He paused. "Tell the Yin Prince, my master takes Pang Kuan back only to kill him as a sacrifice for his family. Farewell." With that, they hoisted Pang Kuan up and melted back into the dark. The commander did not pursue. He sent word to Zhao Su immediately. A short while later, Zhao Su arrived, escorted by manor soldiers. He walked through the middle courtyard, eyes moving across the bodies of the men in black scattered across the ground. His expression was cold. He surveyed the scene without breaking stride. This is just the beginning of the reckoning. At the Zhang family manor, the mood was very different. "Smack! Useless! All of you are useless!" Zhang Qian moved through the Zhang family manor like a madman, whipping 3 housecarls without mercy. Their backs were torn to ribbons. Blood seeped through shredded cloth. Their screams filled the courtyard while the surrounding housecarls stood with heads bowed, too terrified to breathe. With his arm tired, Zhang Qian threw the whip to the ground. "Drag them to the mass grave. Bury them alive. My lord, spare us, please." They were dragged away, still weeping. "Brother, calm yourself. What's done is done." The prefect rubbed Zhang Qian's back. Further anger changes nothing. News had already spread through Yin City on both counts, that the Yin Prince Manor had been attacked, and that every last attacker had been wiped out. Further investigation confirmed the prince's manor had been prepared in advance. Zhang Qian's fury had landed on the housecarls who'd been watching the manor during the day, the ones who'd failed to spot the deception among the prince's guards. Who leaked it? He still couldn't accept it. Every step of the plan had been carefully laid. How had the Yin Prince found out? Was there a spy inside the Zhang family manor? Or a traitor within Qing Feng's stronghold? Could have been Ranger, the prefect offered. Zhang Qian shook his head. The housecarls with him that day said the woman was thrown down and killed before she could say anything meaningful. Whatever she overheard, she never passed it on. Then only the Du and Huang families knew. The prefect frowned. Zhang Qian felt a fresh surge of irritation. The failed assassination had forced him to see something he hadn't wanted to admit. His grip on Yin Prefecture was not as firm as he believed. Whoever it was, we underestimated the Yin prince. His eyes narrowed. After this, killing him will not be easy. The prefect nodded. And since he knew in advance, it's hard to say he doesn't know the Zhang family was behind it. That was Zhang Qian's real worry. He now regretted buying into the ice-making method. He had essentially handed the Yin prince the silver to recruit soldiers. But it was too late for regret. The Yin prince's wings were forming. Before long, the prince's guards would be fully staffed and battle-ready. By then, their position would be impossible to shake. If he gains power, he will not let us off. Zhang Qian gritted his teeth. Let's go all out. Mobilize the private armies of all three families and destroy the Yin Prince Manor outright. No, the prefect's expression sharpened. Brother, the Yin Prince is still a prince of the royal family. Moving openly against him is rebellion. The court will not ignore it. Then what? We just wait to die. Zhang Qian paced back and forth. Don't rush. The prefect's brow lifted. There is still an opportunity. Autumn is nearly here. Zhang Qian understood immediately. When autumn is high and the horses are fat, the northern D will come south. Exactly. When the time comes, we only need to quietly open the Yin city gates at night. The northern D will do the rest. He paused. The mantis stalks the cicada, unaware of the oriole behind it. He let that settle, then added, in the meantime, we keep eyes on the Yin Prince Manor. Seize any opportunity that presents itself. Zhang Qian's chest eased slightly. Then his face fell again. Ranger, he's still locked up. At first light, Zhao Su returned to the Yin Prince Manor from the prince's guards barracks. The commander had already led soldiers through the cleanup. The courtyard walls on either side of the manor had been demolished overnight. The three courtyards merged into one. This was how the Yin Prince Manor was always meant to look. Most of Qingfeng's stronghold's best fighters died here last night, the commander said, falling in a step behind Zhao Su. A pity Pang Kuan was carried off by those red-clothed men. Zhao Su had spent the entire night awake at the barracks with Fenger and Luaner. Every hour of it anxious. Let them have him. I doubt Pang Kuan survives long in their hands. He paused. But who were they? They stopped in front of the bedchamber. The pit had been filled, but the area was no longer suitable for living. He'd moved to the east courtyard. This general believes they were Pang Kuan's enemies, the commander said. Qingfeng's stronghold has made many enemies over the years. As long as they are not enemies of the Yin Prince Manor, that is enough. The commander then reported the night's casualties, guards and prince's guards both. Zhao Su's chest tightened. Go to Accountant Qin and draw silver. Give a proper burial to the fallen and see to the injured. We cannot let our soldiers feel their lives mean nothing. Yes, Your Highness. The commander bowed, something warm moving through his chest. In great song, the lives of common soldiers were worth nothing to the nobles and powerful families. They died, and that was that. But the Yin Prince always thought of his men. That alone commanded real respect. Fenger and Luaner had not left Zhao Su's side since the night before. When the three were alone in the back courtyard, Fenger spoke first. The Zhang family had the nerve to attack the Yin Prince Manor directly. Why not write a memorial to the Emperor, Your Highness? Request he dispatch troops to eliminate them. Luaner nodded beside her. Zhao Su smiled bitterly. He had considered it, but he knew exactly where he stood in Emperor Zhao Heng's eyes. And any major case required evidence. Witnesses, proof. Pang Kuan had been taken away. He had nothing. There was also the matter of the Zhang family's connections. The prefect had married a concubine from the Yuan family of Yin province. The Yuan family's own daughter sat in the palace as a concubine, and her son was the sixth prince, Zhao Fang. If the sixth prince whispered in Zhao Heng's ear, relying on his word alone could easily be turned against him. He explained all of this quietly. Your Highness is right, Fenger sighed. Even so, now that you have recovered, the Emperor should be informed. Even if he holds no great warmth for you, it's useful to have him speak a word when it matters. Zhao Su nodded. That thought had already been forming. His situation in Yin Prefecture was harsh and tangled. He had no genuine filial feeling for Zhao Heng. He was a transmigrator, after all, but the advantages of being a prince were real and foolish to waste. If Zhao Heng learned his ninth prince had recovered from madness, he would likely want him to establish roots in Yin Province, regardless of personal feeling. The court's grip on Yin Province was weak. A loyal prince there served imperial interests. At minimum, if someone slandered him before the emperor, Zhao Heng might not simply believe one side. And there was one more thing. The ninth prince's mother was still in the palace. She deserved to know her son had returned to himself. He was still turning this over when a housecarl appeared at the door. "Your Highness, the prefect Zhang Kong and his elder brother Zhang Qian have come to pay their respects." Fenger's brow creased. What could those two possibly want here? Luiner tilted her head with a sweet frown. Exactly. Whatever Zhao Su disliked, she disliked just as readily. Zhao Su let out a cold laugh. They want this prince to release someone. He straightened. It won't be that simple. This time, I'll strip a layer of skin off the Zhang family. Zhang Qian greets His Highness. This humble official Zhang Kong greets His Highness. In the reception hall of the Yin Prince Manor, the two brothers bowed low. Zhao Su nodded lazily and gestured for them to rise, deliberately, letting a look of exhaustion settle over his face. "What brings you both here?" The brothers exchanged a glance. The assassination had failed, but the Yin prince looked shaken. They felt a quiet satisfaction at that. The prefect stepped forward with practiced concern. This humble official only returned from Fanyang yesterday and had intended to visit your highness immediately, but official duties delayed me. Upon hearing that assassins struck the Yin Prince Manor last night, my elder brother and I came at once to confirm your highness was safe. How I am, you two know better than anyone, Zhao Su thought coldly. But he couldn't expose them yet. Instead, he let anger color his voice. Don't even mention it. Whoever wants to kill this prince, nothing but beasts. Wouldn't you agree? Zhang Qian and the prefect stiffened. They laughed awkwardly. Yes, of course. Zhao Su nodded. I appreciate the concern. However, this ordeal has left me exhausted. I'm afraid I cannot entertain you properly today. A clear dismissal, but the brothers hadn't come for tea. After a brief hesitation, Zhang Qian pressed forward. Your highness has been through much, and I would not wish to add to your burden. However, my son Zhang Rang was detained here yesterday. I humbly beg your highness to show mercy and release him. Zhao Su let a moment pass, as though he was only now remembering. So Zhang Rang is Steward Zhang's son. My unworthy son, yes. Zhang Qian bowed lower. Zhang Rang was his only son. Under any other circumstances, killing someone in Yin Prefecture would have been a trivial matter. But with the boy in the Yin Prince's hands, the situation could go any direction. This is difficult. Zhao Su frowned. Zhang Rang killed someone in front of this prince, with witnesses present. If I simply release him, how do I explain that to the people of Yin Prefecture? The brothers' expressions darkened. The Yin Prince had his own prince's guards now. He was nothing like the days when the tutor had run things and the manor was hollow. That realization sat uneasily in both their chests. Zhao Su watched their faces and pressed harder. Those who kill without cause shall die. That is the law of great song. You let it hang a moment. Don't worry. This prince will ensure he is buried with his body intact. No, your highness. Zhang Qian lurched forward. For the first time, it fully landed. This was not a man he could control. The prefect's eyes moved quickly around the room. He decided to test Zhao Su's limits. Your highness, it was only a courtesan. Surely this need not go so far? Our Zhang family has abundant wealth and many beautiful women. If your highness desires, we offer them freely, in exchange for my nephew's life. Zhao Su let a flicker of greed cross his face, then smoothed it away with a sigh. It's difficult. The reputation of the Yin Prince Manor. The brothers exchanged a small smile. So the Yin Prince could be tempted after all. Good. This could be managed. I am willing to offer 10,000 taels of silver, Zhang Qian said, for your highness to renovate the manor. Zhao Su turned and walked toward the door. I think it's better to set a date for the execution. Your Highness, wait. Zhang Qian cursed inwardly. This man was greedier than he was. He swallowed the pain and held up both hands. 100,000 taels. Your son's life seems to be worth less than the ice-making technique, Zhao Su said flatly. Zhang Qian's face twisted. Add 60,000 mu of fertile land. Then his voice hardened slightly. If your Highness still refuses, our Zhang family is not to be trifled with in Yin Prefecture. Zhao Su laughed. He had been applying pressure. The desired result had arrived. But since Zhang Qian had dared to threaten him openly, he saw no reason to soften. This prince's guards are not to be underestimated, he said coldly. And the great Song royal family is not merely decoration. Zhang Qian's bluster deflated. His tone dropped. I beg your Highness to be merciful. Very well. Send the items, and Zhang Rang's life will be spared. However, the death penalty may be waived, but his crime cannot go unpunished. Transfer him to the government office for detention. Zhang Qian looked ready to argue. The prefect caught his arm. We thank your Highness for your grace. The prefect said smoothly. Once the items are delivered, I will personally escort Zhang Rang to the government office prison. Zhao Su nodded, then let his expression sharpen. One more matter. What exactly were Yin City's garrison soldiers doing last night? So many armed cutthroats entered the city, and not one soldier noticed. Who commands the garrison? The prefect's stomach dropped. Reporting to your Highness, it is Huang Gang, eldest son of the Huang family. Zhao Su shook his head slowly. A complete waste. As long as that man holds that post, the Yin Prince Manor will never know peace. He waved a hand. Dismiss him. The commander of the prince's guards will assume command of the garrison. The prefect had no argument to make. They had planned a killing blow. They had never thought about what would happen if it failed. Are this prince's orders not effective in Yin Prefecture? Zhao Su's voice went flat. Do not forget, Yin Prefecture is this prince's fief. The prince's command is law here. Yes, your Highness. There was nothing left to say. The two brothers bowed and left the manor. Back at the Zhang family manor, Zhang Qian picked up a vase in his study. He held it for a long moment. Then, thinking of the silver he was about to lose, he set it down slowly. When has our Zhang family ever suffered such humiliation? He said through his teeth. The prefect said nothing. The anger was the same in his chest. 100,000 taels of silver. 60,000 mu of fertile land. Both gone. And the garrison command, that was the real wound. Yin City's military authority now rested entirely with the Yin Prince Manor. The powerful families kept their estates and private soldiers outside the city walls. Inside Yin City itself, they had lost completely. 3 months, Zhang Qian muttered, staring at nothing. In 3 months, the Yin Prince Manor will be reduced to ashes. The prefect nodded. We must plan carefully from now. When the moment comes, there can be no mistakes. They will not get a second chance. Zhang Qian's fist clenched. And find out who leaked the assassination. Anyone who dares oppose our Zhang family dies without a burial place. Leave it to me, elder brother. They plotted a while longer before the prefect departed. Zhang Qian then ordered his servants to carry the silver and land deeds to the Yin Prince Manor. The exchange was clean. Silver and deeds delivered. Zhang Rang transferred to the government office prison. With the Zhang family standing, no one there would dare touch him. And once the Yin Prince was dead in a few months, Ranger walked free. On the main street outside the Yin Prince Manor, under a willow tree about 100 meters away, an old farmer with a vegetable basket watched the procession of carriages head toward the manor gate. He stood quietly for a moment, then turned and left in a hurry. Less than half an hour later, the Zhang family servants arrived. Crate after crate of silver was carried to the treasury entrance, the ingots catching the morning sun with a cold white gleam. Lu Fu hefted one in both hands and sighed with satisfaction. His Highness is truly something. If Zhang Rang had simply been executed, his life would have been worth nothing. But traded this way, silver, fertile land, and the garrison command. And once the Zhang family is finally destroyed, Zhang Rang dies anyway. Silver is fine, the commander said loudly. "But getting the garrison soldiers under the prince's manor's control, that is the real business. Yin City belongs to us now." Zhao Su smiled at them both. Crisis and opportunity, always together. The assassination attempt had been perilous, but it had handed him more than he'd started with: silver, land, and the city's military command. Still, he felt no urge to relax. "We cannot be careless," he said. "Do you know where the real threat still lies?" "Where?" Lu Fu and the commander both looked at Zhao Su. "In the countryside." Zhao Su's eyes narrowed. The fortified villages of the powerful families are all outside the city. The countryside surrounded everything. In an era built entirely on agriculture, most of the population lived beyond the city walls. The powerful families' land was out there. Their dependent commoners were out there, surrounded by sturdy, fortified villages. Each one was its own small kingdom. Yin City existed as a commercial, military, and administrative center. Nothing more. "His Highness is right." The smiles faded from both their faces. It was not yet time to be satisfied. Coming out of the storeroom, Zhao Su turned to Lu Fu. "Take those 60,000 mu of land deeds and continue recruiting commoners. Don't limit it to Yin Prefecture. Commoners from anywhere in Yin Province, or anywhere in Great Song, are welcome." Lu Fu had a servant hoist the box of deeds and nodded. "Once distributed, the prince's manor will have roughly 20,000 dependent households. At least 3 people per household. That's 60,000 people." Zhao Su's goal was 300,000 households. All of Yin Prefecture. This fell far short, but it was progress. "How are those poor scholars coming along?" he asked. Lu Fu brightened immediately. "Eager, Your Highness. Every one of them. The chance to serve the prince's manor, potentially become officials one day. They were practically begging this humble official to let them pledge loyalty." "Good. Then establish the yamen immediately. Call it the Political Affairs Department. It handles all matters concerning these 20,000 households. Administrative training for now. Once the prince's manor controls Yin Prefecture, positions will be assigned based on ability." He paused. "Also, the head of the slave market I asked you to find? Found him. Yesterday's raid delayed things. This humble official will bring him now." Lu Fu bowed and left. Zhao Su turned to the commander, who had been about to go offer condolences to the wounded soldiers before being called back. "The Yin Prefecture local army is full of Zhang, Huang, and Du family children. Now that we control it, find a way to push them out and replace them with men from the Dong, Yang, and Lu families." The commander nodded gravely. "Understood, Your Highness." Before he could leave, a house servant came rushing in. "Your Highness, representatives from the Dong, Yang, and Lu families have arrived. Speak of Chow Chow, and Chow Chow arrives. Send them in." Zhao Su headed toward the main hall. A moment later, 6 people entered. Not just Dong and Yang He and Lu Chong this time. Their fathers had come as well. The 3 family heads, Dong Yuan, Yang Chung, and Lu Ran. "Knowing Your Highness is safe and well, we are all relieved." Dong Yuan studied Zhao Su carefully. Seeing him in good spirits, apparently unshaken, he exhaled. When news of the attack had reached them, their first thought had been the Zhang family. A guess, but a confident one, and it had unsettled them deeply. If the Zhang family could move so ruthlessly against the Yin Prince Manor, what mercy would they show anyone else? These bandits are despicable. Yang Yi's voice carried real heat. Daring to assassinate the prince's manor, utterly audacious. Such an act borders on open rebellion, Lu Ran added. The 6 took turns cursing the attackers with enthusiasm. Zhao Su had only met the 3 family heads once before at the ice-making transaction. Now, with their sons beside them, the 6 made quite an assortment, varying in height, build, and manner. He smiled. "Thank you all for your concern. The cutthroats have been dealt with, and this prince is unharmed." Dong stepped forward. "Your Highness, this matter strikes me as an inside job. How else could so many armed men have entered Yin City without the garrison noticing?" Zhao Su read the room clearly. Paying their respects was one reason for the visit. The real purpose was to remind him carefully, without naming names, that the Zhang family was behind it. They were frightened, and frightened men look for allies. If the prince's manor fell, the Zhang family's attention would turn to them next. Excellent, he thought. You are absolutely right, Zhao Su said. That is precisely why this prince has already dismissed Huang Gang from his post as commandant. I was just speaking with the commander about selecting replacements from your 3 families, among others. All 6 faces broke into wide smiles. First, the uniform contract. Now, military positions. The Yin prince was making his intentions plain. He meant to rely on them. Whatever reservations had lingered dissolved in that moment. The calculation was simple. Side with the prince's manor and survive, perhaps even prosper. Stay on the fence and wait for the Zhang family to finish off the prince's manor, then be picked apart at leisure. There was no real choice. We are grateful for your highness's trust, Lu Ran said, his face flushed. He gestured to his son. Lu Chang has never taken to books, your highness. Spears and staffs, that is where he lives. Strong as they come. If your highness has no objection, let him serve at your side. Lu Chang was easily the tallest and most powerfully built of the 3 young men. From his very first visit to the manor, he'd been eyeing Su Lai like a fighting rooster sizing up a rival. If they hadn't been strangers, he likely would have already asked for a bout. Your highness, Lu Chang said, not bothering with false modesty. I have no great talents, but fighting that I can do. Zhao Su stepped forward and squeezed the young man's arm. Good. You'll go with the commander to the local army camp. Lu Chang grinned broadly. Dong and Yang he watched with poorly concealed envy. Neither of them was built for the battlefield. They could only look on. Zhao Su caught it. Don't worry, you two. There will be something for your families as well. The Dong and Yang representatives relaxed visibly. Zhao Su let a moment pass, then continued. We all know who the common enemy of the prince's manor and your families is. Since we share the same purpose, why not make it formal? A written oath, here today, to advance and retreat together. The hall went quiet. He meant it. Empty words were worthless. A written pledge would tell him what he needed to know. Fence-sitters refused, true allies agreed. He would still be cautious regardless. Trusting anyone completely in a struggle like this was naive. But a signed oath meant something. It shifted the weight of loyalty. The 3 family heads exchanged glances. Then, together, they answered, We are willing. Zhao Su felt the satisfaction settle in his chest. He ordered brushes, ink, paper, and an inkstone brought in. The oath was written, signed, and sealed by all parties. Then he ordered food and wine, and kept all 6 for a noon banquet at the manor. They left drunk and in good spirits. Lu Fu arrived shortly after, the head of the Yin City slave market in tow. The last of Zhao Su's pleasant haze from the wine cleared immediately. What he needed most right now was people. Usable, available, ready to be put to work. It was time to begin planning in earnest. In the reception hall of the Yin Prince Manor, Lu Fu made the introduction. Your Highness, this is Wang Yinzhong, head of Yin Prefecture's slave market. A middle-aged man in a black silk gown dropped to his knees. This Commoner Wang Yinzhong greets your highness. Dispense with the formalities. Zhao Su studied him. Dark complexion, a knife scar running along his chin. In this era, the slave market was a legal trade, buying and selling servants for households of every rank, from high officials down to common families. Despised by most, but perfectly lawful. Zhao Su had a transaction in mind. As the saying goes, everyone has his specialty. A man in this business knew how to acquire people. And people were exactly what the Yin Prince Manor needed most right now. Soldiers for the prince's guards, farmers for the land, and skilled hands for the next stage of development. This prince wishes to purchase servants, Zhao Su said. How many do you have at hand? Wang Yinzhong exhaled quietly. On the walkover, he'd braced himself for trouble. The slave market was the most despised legitimate business in Yin Prefecture, harassed by authorities as often as brothels were. Hearing this, he relaxed considerably. Replying to your highness, this commoner currently has 300 servants, 156 able-bodied young men, 63 women, and some artisans. What does your highness require? Zhao Su kept his disappointment off his face. 300 was a small number, but Yin Prefecture was a small place. What are the prices? Women and able-bodied young men, artisans, skilled workers? Women and able-bodied young men, without skills, 5 taels. Artisans, 10 taels. Singing girls, 15 taels. This prince will take them all. Wang Yinzheng's eyes lit up. Zhao Su had his reasons. With the prince's guard established and the Yin Prefecture garrison now under his control, the next priority was weapons and armor. Daily training meant nothing if the soldiers were equipped no better than the powerful family's private armies. The Northern D swept through Yin province like a raging fire. To hold them off with fewer numbers, he needed his soldiers to have a real edge, better steel, better armor, better everything. He had the knowledge in his head. What he needed were the hands to make it real. Able-bodied young men and artisans working outside the government armory entirely. This commoner will deliver them to your highness tomorrow morning. Wang Yinzhong could barely contain his satisfaction. He hadn't expected a deal this size. Zhao Su wasn't finished. Do you want to do a truly large business with the prince's manor? Wang Yinzhong blinked. Is this not already large business, your highness? A transaction of barely over 1,000 taels? Zhao Su shook his head. What this prince has in mind is a business of millions, tens of millions of taels. Do well, and there may even be an official position in the prince's manor for you. Wang Yinzhong's mouth fell open. He was a lowly man. Such things had never entered his imagination. After a long pause, he said carefully, I hope your highness will enlighten me. This prince wants to bring your operation under our banner. From that point forward, you gather people from across Great Song, from the grasslands, from the coasts. Zhao Su kept his tone even. Of course, if you are unwilling, that is also fine. Wang Yinzhong sat with it. He couldn't quite understand why the Yin prince needed so many people. The man was master of an entire prefecture. How could he be short of anyone? But then again, this looked very much like an opportunity. His slave market was a small, despised operation. If the prince's manor absorbed it, he became a subordinate of the prince's manor. And if an official position followed one day, that would be smoke rising from his ancestors' graves. He kowtowed again. Since your highness shows me this favor, how could this commoner refuse? I place myself in your highness's hands. Good. Zhao Su smiled. His reasoning was practical. Yin Prefecture had the smallest population in all of Yin Province. Like a man born frail, unable to absorb much punishment. One hard battle with the Northern D and the able-bodied young men could be wiped out entirely. And most of Yin Prefecture's people were still locked into the powerful family's contracts. Gathering vagrants from across Great Song was the answer. Rather than letting displaced people, men and women who had lost their land and had no way to survive, die forgotten in roadside ditches, he would bring them here. Give them land. Give them a life. Build his fiefdom from the ground up. But this was his first meeting with Wang Yinzhong. He didn't yet know the man's character. He turned to an attendant waiting by the door. Zhou Yi, from today, you and Wang Yinzhong will manage the slave market affairs together. Zhou, he was one of the attendants who had come over with Lu Fu. Sending him alongside Wang Yinzhong was to keep an eye on things. Yes, your highness. Zhou, he straightened, a warmth rising in his chest. Lu Fu had risen to royal tutor seemingly overnight. Being given a task of his own felt like a door opening. Wang Yinzhong was sharp enough to read the arrangement immediately. He said nothing about it. Brother Zhou, from today we work for the prince's manor together. If I cause any offense, please bear with me. Just do your best for your highness, Zhou Yi said, cupping his hands. Zhao Su looked between them. Starting tomorrow, the two of you will work to gather vagrants and redeem servants and artisans wherever you can find them. 4 silver, draw whatever you need from the prince's manor treasury. Yes, your highness. Both men answered together. Zhao Su sent Wang Yinzhong to the treasury to collect payment. The cost of the servants already on hand, plus the purchase price for the slave market itself. After the two left, Lu Fu's brow creased. Your Highness, this population effort will burn through silver at a considerable rate. If it continues at this pace, the treasury won't hold out long. Zhao Su clasped his hands behind his back and walked out of the reception hall, the warmth of the noon wine still faintly with him. Don't worry, this prince already has a way to make money. Lu Fu stared after him. Is this man a deity? Ideas appear out of thin air. Before he could recover, Zhao Su had already called an attendant over. Find me a clay pot and a length of bamboo tube. Cut a hole in the top of the pot, fit the bamboo tube through it, and set up a stove beneath it. The attendant looked puzzled, but obeyed without question. Before long, 2 attendants carried in the assembled piece, clay pot, hole cut cleanly at the top, a bamboo tube as thick as a wrist fitted through it, stove set and ready beneath. What is your Highness planning to do with this? Lu Fu eyed the contraption. Have you ever drunk wine? Of course. Who in this world doesn't drink wine? Even women drink wine. Lu Fu said it, as though it were obvious. Zhao Su nodded slowly and smiled with quiet pride. The wine people drink is merely ordinary. What this prince intends to make will be something closer to an immortal brew.